think we'll start off with Somalia and Eswatini, which pits the lowest ranked nation from Africa that are participating in this AFCON qualification, as you mentioned. No Seychelles, no Eritrea, for plenty of reasons why they've withdrawn. We don't need to go on that in this video. So Somalia go in ranked 198 as the lowest ranked nation. They play Eswatini, ranked 149. And this is an exact replica of this time in qualifying for the last AFCON, where Eswatini played Somalia and ran out quite comfortable winners, 5-1 across two legs in 2022. Now, a fair bit's changed since then, and I'm going to blitz through this one before giving my prediction. So Somalia have had some decent changes in their squad, tapped into eligibility potentials, should we say?
Yeah.
So most players now have less than 10 caps, which inexperienced on the international stage, but are playing in better leagues.
It's a big step change.
Yeah, and they've got a large number now that play across Europe. So they've got a player called Sak Hassan that plays for #United.
Yes.
In the UK. They've got players from Finland, from Norway, from Sweden. They've even got Abdi Salim, who has confirmed that he is in this squad. And he plays for Orlando City in the MLS, I believe. So big players. For Eswatini, I did a little bit of digging. I could not find much on the squad and the players at all. I think you with African nations, you find it either goes one or two ways, doesn't it?
For sure.
You've either got great coverage and almost updates for every single player that's announced, or that withdraws from the squad, or isn't even included in the squad. Eswatini, I couldn't find a huge amount. So I'm going to kind of guess that they'll have the same established experienced players that they normally have. Gamedze midfield, Mamba up top, Sibonso Mamba at the back. But I expect this tie to be a lot closer than a couple of years ago. Eswatini have been on a poor run. They've lost their first two games of African World Cup qualifications. They lost to Cape Verde 2-0, lost to Libya 1-0 as well. Somalia have also lost their first two CAF World Cup qualifiers for 2026, but that was 3-1 to Algeria and just 1-0 to Uganda, so not bad at all. And they also drew 0-0 with Libya in October, so you've got that direct comparison of the two teams facing the same opponent. Somalia have never got beyond this round in AFCON qualification, so there is the chance to make history. Well, I say that. They've never played more than two games in an AFCON qualification tournament, so I'm assuming that they've never got past this stage. To be honest, I can't call this. I remember when we did this preview last time and we were quite confident of an Eswatini victory across the two legs, which proved to be. I do not know how to call this one at all. What I've got is, because I've got Eswatini at home in the second leg and their experience on the international stage, I've got Eswatini edging it just over the two games. However, I am not confident. So, if there's anyone watching that supports either of these two teams that has a case or an argument that Somalia are our favourites and are likely to go through, please put a comment down. We are always keen to educate ourselves and learn about things that we don't know. But that's how I see Eswatini, Somalia going in the prelims. Thoughts?
I'd have to agree. It's tough to look past Eswatini. They are a lot higher ranked.
Yeah.
It's the biggest gulf between any sides in this first round.
Yeah.
It really is kind of top versus bottom in this. They have the previous of a couple of years ago, but this Somalia team's almost completely different. So it's going to be really, really difficult to judge before we go into the game. We'll only know, this sounds so stupid, we'll only know after the first leg. You know?
Yeah.
That will really show which way the tide's going. If Eswatini go into the second leg with either a lead to hold on to or it's level, I would be strongly backing them. But I do think, because last time, what was it? Did you say 5-1? I think it'll be closer.
Yeah.
I think it's, how much closer? I'm not sure. Maybe a 3-2, maybe a 4-2 type thing. But it'll be entertaining nonetheless, I'm sure.